Hello, my most amazing artists. Today, we are going to talk about the art cycle. These are some of the parts of the art cycle. Let's take a minute and talk about what each one means and what you think happens at each step. For today's explanation, we're going to start with S, the skill building section. Skill building leads to planning, which then leads to creating, and then that leads to reflecting and sharing. And then the whole cycle starts over again with skill building. But what does skill building look like? Well, for our purposes, skill building could be a skill builder card, like one of these, where it explains how to do a skill using one of the materials. It could be experiments that you've done with materials. It could be your center exploration sheets, like we did with the Drawing Center. It could be how to draw sheets. This one's how to draw an octopus. That's a skill builder. Or it could be a tracing sheet, where you're learning how to trace around the object so that you can learn how to draw it. What does planning look like? Planning could be brainstorm sketches in your sketchbook. It could be one of the project planning sheets that we've started to fill out. Or it could be a list of materials that you might need. What does creating look like? Well, when you are creating, you're creating your wonderful original work of art. So, what does that look like? You're focused, you worked hard, you tried new things, you're proud of your artwork, you took your time, you're excited to show off the final product, and you can talk about your artwork to others. What does reflecting or sharing look like? Well, there are a couple of different ways that we can reflect or think about our artwork, and a couple different ways that we could share it. One way is to fill out one of our WOW turn-in slips. Now, it might look like this or it might look slightly different, but this one, basically, you go through and you decide, okay, first one, this piece took many art classes to make. If it did, you give it a smiley face. If it didn't, you give it a frowny face. So we fill out all of these, and that kind of tells us where we are as far as whether or not it's a WOW piece of work. So this is one way of reflecting or thinking about our artwork. Another way is a partner critique sheet. This you can get with a buddy, and for these, your buddy will write 2 things that you like, that they like best about your artwork. So 2 stars and a wish. So if you're doing this with a partner, you'll take their artwork and you'll write 2 things that you really like about their artwork and 1 thing that you wish they would have tried, or that an idea that you think they might want to try. It also could be your artist statement. And this is a chance for you to explain more about your artwork in the case that you're not there with it to explain. So, what is the name of your artwork? How did you create it? What does this piece of art mean to you? These are all things that you can fill out to help you think about your artwork and reflect. And the last, but I think one of the most important, is that your artwork is displayed for others to enjoy. Now that we know all the parts of the art cycle, there's got to be a way that we can document or record what stage we're on each day that we're in the art studio. So, introducing the Studio Tracker. Here's how you're going to record what you do each time you come to art class. This is going to go in the front cover of your sketchbook. And first, you're going to decide which part of the art cycle you are on. So, you'll decide if you were on skill building, planning, creating, or reflecting. Then, you will look and see, where were you creating today? Well, right now the only center we have open is the drawing center. But when the other centers open, you'll be able to use those colors. So the drawing center is silver or gray. You can use a pencil to shade that in, or a crayon. Here's how it'll work. So let's pretend that today I was planning in the drawing center. So here's my first block. What I'll do is I'll write a big letter P on it for planning. I'm actually going to also put the date right here. And then I'm going to color in the box. Now I'm coloring this box in gray because I'm in the drawing center today. There we go. That's it. And then every time you come to art, you're going to fill in a different box. Put the date in it so you can look back and notice how often you've been in each center. So, what stage of the art cycle are you on today?